shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last! But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk! Enjoy your first encounter with the majestic wildlife of our mysterious world, did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Huh? Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Huh? Ah!
Look lively, he's making his move.
Time for reverse battle, which is very different to the DS version. DS version was on like some sort of grid that you move the characters on, but here all battles are in real time. Don't fret, Ollie boy. Let your old pal Drippy talk you through the basic of battle. First, take a look at the green gauge by there. That's your health points. HP, FLDR. Blue gauge is your magic points. Don't worry about magic for now, man. Let's talk about beasties first. You can see lots of information about them up there on the right. That's useful, eh? Red gauge shows you their HP. Get that down to nothing and you've won. The speech bubble thingy's down by here. The commands you use in battle. Let's give that thing a rod or a smack with your stick. Select attack and press X. Bob's your uncle. Yeah. Tidy, or should I say nice? That's what they say when you find enemies' weak spot or block an attack, eh? See, basically the equivalent of a critical hit. And look at that, it dropped something. You best pick it up, eh? That's what's known as a glim, Ollie boy. And enemies drop them in the heat of battle. Green glims like that one you just got to restore a few of your HP. And blue ones give you back MP instead. Same color as the gauge, see? Tidy. Oh, and you can give your HP and MP a boost with spells and items, eh, man? Of course, just tag my word for that with you not having any at the moment. Okie dokie, that's enough for me. Time for you to practice what I preach. Boy Bach, give him what for. Cool. And then X again, because you can do it like immediately afterwards. There's not much of a delay with. There's not really a delay with, you know, when you can attack.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties, but keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, are wands really so hard to find here?
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to. He scared them all so much they gave it up.
So, he's pretty scary, huh?
Well, he turned me into a flipping doll, didn't he? Just saying his name's enough to make most folks brick it. Still, I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Of course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Of course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right. Let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
Out of this world. Ain't it beautiful, Ollie boy? Good to be back. Our world's absolutely riddled with monsters. If one of them spots you, you see a big exclamation mark pop up over its head, and it'll charge. When it gets within touching distance, you have to fight on your hands. Right, HP in the middle of battle, you'll be out for the count, so be careful, ain't it? Tell you a little technique for you. You sneak up behind monsters at them noticing, you can get the first hit in, giving you the upper hand. One thing is, it works the other way around, too. Monster sneaks up on you, they'll be able to get the first hit in. The rotters, Oh yeah, here's just a little something. Is there a gift from the Lord High Lord of the Fairies? 3 loaves of white bread. Thanks for what I do with these. I'll munch on these when you feel a bit ropey, and you'll be right as rain in no time, Mom. But a wizard cannot live by bread alone, honey boy. You need a proper wand, Mom. That knobbly thing in your hand is doing my flippin' head in. See that big castle to the north? That ding-dong dell, that is. I don't find ourselves a wand by there, so let's get moving, shall we? Okay. And now, here is the main reason that we are really good. Go away. We're really starting like this? Okay. The main reason I am playing the remastered version over the original, oh, booster shoots, is the overworld. When I was testing this in game capture and OBS for the PlayStation 3 version, the overworld, well, you could tell it was made for the PlayStation 3. This remastered version definitely looks a lot better in the overworld. Also, are we really having this? Let me look at the world around me! Don't get me into a battle! What I want to talk about the overworld, okay? Because the overworld is beautiful. Even for the original PlayStation 3 version, I think it looked nice. But I think it looks better here in the remastered version vibes. But for sure. Like, absolutely. It's kind of the main reason I'm playing the remastered version. Even if you could tell some of the shading, look at the mountains over there and some of the shading with the way that, with the textured one, not with the way that I move the camera. You can see that back there, like right under the head for Ding Dong Dell thing. That's a thing you can see. Still though, it's kind of the main reason I'm playing the remaster version is because I want this to look really nice. Because you're going to be in the overworld quite a bit. Knickers, there's something I forgot to tell you. What is that, Mr. Drippy? Here in the world you could use our changing. I've already been doing that. Switch vibration on there on. Yeah, I've already been doing all this, Drippy. Shut up. I already know. I already know, Drippy, okay?
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
You better cure him, Ollie boy. Then I'm in your first broken heart. How do I do that? We can't do it just yet. There are a couple things we'll be needing first. But I know an old man who's got just what we need. Proper use for him, eh? Old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? Lives in a wood to the north of here. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why I call it the deep dark wood. Makes sense, I guess. Right. Mama, I need pee-pee. Well, that's the first person I talked to. Oh dear, I do have lessons soon. I need to buy ingredients for my husband's favorite dinner. I wanted to talk to Drippy. There's something stuck to my face beside the flipping lantern. I mean, you cheeky so-and-so. A disgrace. I've been there for hours. Why are people... When are they going to start letting people in? Why are not letting anyone in? Doesn't look like any of us are going anywhere in the near future. What's going on here? Can't keep us all waiting like this. 1, 2, 2. You want to enter town? Do you? I'm fighting Pablo at the moment. My colleague, you see. I'm trying to let people in, but recently he's just been refusing to do so. He says he can't be bothered. So that girl over there just keeps looking at me. I hope they let us... I hope they keep... Wait. This girl over there keeps looking at me. I hope they keep us out here a little longer. Yeah, listen. Mother will go... Mother will go... Spare if I'm late again? What the heck does that mean? Alright. I'm going to the deep dark wood now. To think you can turn off the guiding star. Nice. To the deep dark wood. It's way over here. A lot of walking here. And if you think there's a way to make this walking go by faster, not really. Also, I didn't even see this thing. Ah.
Come on!
Of course, I run to an enemy called Sleepafall, which means it can put you to sleep. Ah, I hope it doesn't. I think it's weak. Give me that. Ba-da-ba-dum. Alright. Over here. A ton of enemies that we'll be fighting. I guess a bit later. I mean, we probably won't be fighting all the enemies in this game for reasons that I'll get into much later, like near the end of this damn series. Oh yeah. Moving on. It's interesting that this place got like these, like, what, that rib cage poking out there? It's really weird. What that is, I don't know.
Come on!
Here's another enemy. Get out of my way. Yeah, I get it. They only get one experience. They're the weakest enemies. Get out of my way. Oh, God! I'm not getting back attacked. I'm turning around. Minor bird.
We can do this!
I can't remember. Some of the enemy names puns. I can't remember. We're looking. Oh, this hurts. Ow. We're the one the weakest enemies to one the more stronger one. Oh! I got 0, which means I leveled up. Yay. And it'll show you exactly what stats are leveled up, which is super nice. Anyways. Deep Dark Wood, the Forest of Fairy Tales. Look at that, it's a waystone. There's useful. A waystone. Yeah, man, they're these ancient stones. So you can use them to store record of your adventure so far. While places like Forest and Sun, you can't just plonk yourself down the nearest rock and write your story down. Why not? Why not? It says, give me strength here, man. There's this crawling horrible beasties, ain't they? It sounds kind of scary. You get used to it, man. Just remember, you can't go recording your progress any old where. I'll explain a little more. If that's a waystone, your health and magic will be fully restored. Not bad, eh? And not all, man. These little beasties also let you save your progress. Traveler's best friend they are. And if you see them but near the end of a dungeon, there typically means a boss at the end. I just stop at every waystone and see and make good use of it. First, say I'm sorry, eh? That's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as your word. Next stop, the old man in the woods. Yep. I can touch that. It would normally heal us, but I healed from leveling up, so I'll just save. Cool. Much faster saving than the PlayStation 3 version. But in the free version, it would take a few seconds to save, which makes sense. Ooh. Right, you can look in first person by pressing down the right stick. I kind of forget about that, because I rarely ever do that. I rarely ever push in the right stick.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it, did you bark ship?
Well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar. had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Dolly boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. Here in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only gonna get bigger and meaner. So, you're gonna need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
Mr. Tribute, there's no spell name for familiar here. You what? Boy is correct. Look at the wizard's companion. Okay, duckface. His face look like a duck. It would seem that's missing more than a few of its pages. Really, knickers. I mean, I can't cast a spell. I'm not smart as all that, young man. Oliver, what's it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. See the page describing the Form Familiar spell, which is if you only ever use it this one time. Thank you very much, Old Father Oak. By simply possessing the page for particular spells, no guarantee you'll be able to make use of it. Those are simply not meant for certain wizards, such as life. Don't worry about that for now, man. Just give Form Familiar a go, will ya? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. Form Familiar, spell number 1, even though we get it second.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So there's a familiar, huh? He'll be coming with us. Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier. Here, you better get the little fellow a name, eh? You can give the familiar names. I'm just gonna give him whatever the game gives me here, mighty. I'm no naming person. There's a reason I haven't had nicknames for Pokemon in my Pokemon Let's Plays. I am not the greatest at them, especially. Oliver, I cannot let you stand a while with only that withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells that you do now. First is a restorative incantation known as Healing Touch. Doo-doo! Super helpful. Like, it's the only healing spell you'll get for a while. That's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventure. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes, all gone in a jiffy with Healing Touch. Make it sound like I'm gonna get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Drippy. You will. Next, I'll give you to get to the Blazing Inferno. Fireball. Shoots a little ball of fire, that one does. Plant-based beasties flipping hate fireman. Even old Tree Face here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? Never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, Old Father Oak. Now, boy, you can press square at any time to open your spells menu. Spell like Healing Touch use any time. Fireball is meant primarily for use in battle. That said, the most unexpected spells can prove incomparable useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems call for novel solutions, after all. If I'm stuck at something at a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. True, some spells are meant for like only side quests or a few little things. There's a lot of weird little one-off spells.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
So, familiars. They are definitely better. They learn about fighting with familiars. First off, we gotta pick who's gonna fight your little friend. Montreal is ping him, so we best give him a go. Select him, will you? Tidy, now we can send him into the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, see that circle on the top left? That here's familiar stamina gauge. What that does is shows you how much longer you can fight for, see? I'm keeping on the go, the shorter stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, that means the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, ain't it? Perhaps you have to call him back for a bit of rest. Something else about familiars you should know. See a little mark by here? That's its sign. Yeah, I see that. It's sort of like a star sign, except there's only 4 of them. Sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star signs, different ones get on better if you use that to help you in battle. Let's talk about tricks. They're proper, powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. Just like spells, they cost MP to use. See the cost written next to them. This one is like 10 MP. That is almost all of my magic points. I am not using that. That remembers that you and your familiars share HP and MP. When you use a trick or takes a big hit, it's your HP or MP that will suffer. Little lesson, eh? Let's finish the tip-top. Their stamina is always going down, so you need to swap with him regularly. Time you like by pressing L1. Now, time before I put us both to sleep. It's your turn to sing for your supper. Go on, boy Bach. Well, so familiars are definitely stronger than Oliver. At least typically. Right now, our familiar's only doing 1 or 2 damage, but typically they are better than, you know, Oliver with us. Which is so nice. Now, our familiar's gonna run out of stamina soon, so I might as well show what happens when that happens. Unless we beat him? No. So let's see. So once that happens, familiar's recharging. We can still attack though. He's just way less, he's just not as strong, moves slower, and I believe has less accuracy when stamina is gone. At least I think so. I might be a bit wrong. I rarely ever run out of stamina with the familiars. So you now know how to fight with the familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you need to learn when to let your familiar loose and when to take control yourself. Do my best, Mr. Drippy. Oh, when he's not fighting, the little fellow can be found taken in the Xena creature cage. Creature cage, you can show your faithful familiar with villager treats. All kinds of treats to choose from, so some will improve their abilities, and there's others ones that can even teach them new tricks. Tidy. Feed the little blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow, meaning you boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweets, though. Only I'm getting full up. Adoration, moderation, that's the key. Probably a lot to get your head around, but just remember that your creature cage is where you look after your familiars and take it from there, ain't it? Creature cage, got it. Promise to look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. Doom, 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 da da boom. Oh, let's grab it. Something I wanted to ask you, Trunkiness. There's a card down, ding dong down. He's broken hearted, see? Broken heart, you say? Shadar's evil spreads still further, so you will be needing. I will, your altitude. There's quick you are. You still got it, haven't you? Patience, chilling, Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. You have not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it! The insolence! Put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up there, that's all. Well, I figured out. I have a favor to ask of you. I did mention in a flipping hurry, didn't I? We haven't got time to... Mr. Drippy, you should help old Father Oak. He gave us those spells, didn't he? How very refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. Alright, I get a flipping message. Go on, what do you need us for? It's a garden in these woods, you see. The garden, eh? What's up with the old fellow? Afraid he has become rather unruly of late, and he is neglecting his duties. Well, that's no good, is it? We better go help you sort him out, then, eh? He sounds kind of tough. Too right he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie, but you got a familiar on your side now, man. You'll be fine. Besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you can't back out a little bit of light guardian bashing now, can you? I'll do it. Very kind of you. The garden can be found in the deepest part of the wood, beyond the whispering waterfalls. I wish you luck. First spell's not familiar. It's your turn to be a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am. Why don't you take a closer look at your new maid? How you doing, Trippy? Repeats cake, man. Now listen up. Look at the maid and you see friends and familiars. That you can find all sorts of details about you and your old familiar buddies. They're complicated and there's a fair bit of options you can bound there to be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, man. Still new to this weird thing, Lark, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? But keep fighting monsters and eventually you'll get strong. Call that leveling up, see? Probably make some new mates before long and all. Be sure to take a closer look at them, like I showed you. You got it, Mr. Drippy. So, friends and familiars, where you can equip stuff. I have no equipment. It's great. But yeah, you can already see our familiar has more attack and defense than Oliver, more magic defense. The only thing he's lacking is magic attack, but that's fine. The first familiar they give you is actually quite good. I will probably end up using him for the entirety of the game. He's a very balanced familiar with physical, with defense, with offense and defense. So they give you a very good familiar that I honestly, yeah, I will probably keep throughout the entirety of the game. That's kind of the case. I kind of know which familiars I'm gonna end up using really throughout this game. So there's not much experimentation on my end because I already know what I'm going to be using pretty much, but that's definitely the case for a first playthrough. Is quite a bit of experimentation. My problem with that experimentation is that you can get a little bit overpowered at times. Whispering waterfalls. I sworn you on it, boy. It's absolutely crawling with monsters down here. Careful you don't get got before you even got into the Guardian, eh? We find Mr. Troop. Yeah, familiar to help you now. That's brave you are. Don't forget though, if he keeps going gets tough, don't be afraid to catch Healing Touch. Remember old Treeface told you, spell menus of beer tap a square. There's that with the main menu too. No, we're not gonna break anything no matter what you press. Have a good old poke around. Those skills, new options will come up in the main menu. So keep your eyes peeled and make the most of your new toys. Jeepers, there's so much to remember. You soon get used to it all, man. No worries. Now past the Whispering Waterfalls and the Guardian of the Woods we go. Let's go help him get back to normal. No save point, which is fine. I don't really need it right now.
Let's do it!
So let's do it. Oh. Yeah, Mighty just really went in there. Next, deal with this little thing. Get out of here. Oh, we level up. Whenever it says 0 on that, that just means all over level up. Yay. Also, the font for the level up is a bit different. Is different this remastered version. I like it, but it is a bit different. The font for level is different. Ooh, bar chocolate. So that bar chocolate. I can't on my creature cage. Increase the attack. My attack will increase by 1 point. Super nice. As you can tell, though, there is a limit. You can only grow them up to 10 times for now until the heart increases. Once the heart gauge increases, then they can get more stats from food. There's a limit on how that happens and how it works, but it's not super complicated. You don't need to really optimize it. This ain't Pokemon with its super complicated mechanics. It's fine. And at least I somehow didn't get back attack there.
Let's do it! Here goes!
Sandblast defend! I'm a little late on that. I might as well see Cut Loose then. I don't think Cut Loose will miss with the blindness. No. The problem with being blind is the possibility for missing a lot more, but it's fine. Yeah, all this font is a bit different. It looks nicer. So we can go down there, or we can go up here. Oh, that blue chest over there we can't open yet, so we'll take the bottom path to open this red chest instead. There's something around to tell you about familiars. What's that? Alright, guys, listen carefully, alright? Shayfriends can use tricks tonight. Little fellas get stronger to start learning new ones. Yes, that's like Pokemon. When they get stronger, they learn new ones. Reminds me, a familiar can only remember a maximum of 8 tricks any given time. And if you want them to learn a new one, you have to make them forget one of their old ones. Bit of a pain, but at least you can teach an old familiar new tricks. Important thing is, you try and trick your familiar's command rule. If you don't, you won't be able to use it. Simple as that. Yep, which I don't think you have any others. I don't believe. Yeah, you just know Cut Loose and you'll learn Sandblast next at level 5. So yeah, which,
Come on! Here goes!
Nice. More bread. Now if I can get an MP restoring item, that would be real great, but I don't know if there is any coming up. I have no idea.
We can do this! Here goes!
And yes, you can change what opponent you're attacking by holding R1 and then using the D-pad to choose your target. that. Okay, moving on. Also, did they remaster the music? Because the battle theme sounds a little bit slower than I remember. Like, it sounds a bit different than I remember. Anyways, the healing and save point, which typically means the boss is coming up. Save your progress. Cool. We never overwrite a save slot during an active Let's Play in case something goes wrong with the recording. Hold up, Holly boy. What is it? Listen, Mon, someone's coming, but I don't... It's him, it's the flippin' Guardian. Smacks that little guy out of the way. The Guardian of the Woods, steadfast defender of the forest. And here's our boss music. So, I'm actually going to be doing Oliver using Fireball because, as you can see, that glowed orange when I hit it. That means that he's weak to it, and that's honestly better than, you know, using our... Oh, shoot. Knickers, this looks serious, Holly, but you best defend yourself. You've seen the Finger Man in it. He's in for a proper headache. On flipping guard. Yeah, defending is incredibly important against bosses. Nice one, Eye Boy. There's Tidy. Thing against big booze like that will earn you nice little bonus as well. If it starts building up a nasty looking number, be sure to put your guard up. I'm also not too worried about using MP for healing touch since I have quite a bit of bread. And yeah, Fireball is actually probably the best for damage, but I'm kind of out of MP at this point. But yeah, we are already halfway done with the fight thanks to the Fireball. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, easily good. Spells are incredibly important. I typically use Oliver during a boss fight. Defend, because I don't remember what this does. Oh, yeah, Trippy will sometimes throw, glims at you as well. So yeah, also, Mighty is running out of stamina. Oh, shoot! That is a gold glim, man. That'll restore all of your HP for now. That'll let you do a miracle boots that doesn't use up any MP. Don't hang around forever. Hurry up and grab it, Ollie boy. Sure. Wow, bow, wow, bow. Now's your chance. Look at that boy, the whole big arm's gone knackered and stuff. Now's your chance to get on proper wall thing. No! Come back! I was busy defending! Damn it! Well, that sucks. That would have been nice, because that would have probably finished him. The gold glim would have been... Oh, whatever. That works as well. Yeah, gold glims are usually very powerful moves. I typically like Oliver's gold glim the best. But I didn't get to show it off there, because I was defending, and I had to get out to defend animation to reach it. Of course. That also went up a little bit faster than I expected. You obtained the praise describing the Guardian of the Woods. Yay. Crikey, that was a close running thing, man. Guardian, head toward the deepest part of the wood. Do you think he's back to normal now? Your guess is good as mine, man, but that weird look in his eyes had gone at least. I reckon he'll probably take some time out to get his head together. I'll be right back to the old Guardianing. What made him go all screwy like that? You don't think it was... Of course it flippin' was. Had it all written all over it. We just watch our backs so we visit any more force. Saying that, you get Guardians everywhere. We did what we came to do. Let's get back and see old Treeface, eh? Sure, let's go. I'm Guardian. You attained a new tale of wonder. I will probably be reading these at the end of parts.
You did well to calm the Guardian of the Woods. And I found what I was looking for. But first, a gift. By way of thanks.
Gee.
You were on a roll by here, man.
I entrust to you one of my closest companions, the Telling Stone.
Oh,
His
right.
knowledge
This
of our
thing.
world rivals even my own. I thought he might help you on your journey. I'm sure if you ask him nicely, he will tell you anything you wish to know. And the other thing, the locket. This is what you came here for, is it not? It is a vessel for fragments of the human heart. To rescue the heartbroken, you will need the locket and the spells required to use it. I will give you those as well.
Thank you so much, Old Father Oak.
Such a well-mannered child. Unlike some I could mention.
What? All right. Ta, Backface.
Some things are as unchanging as the forest. No matter. You had best be on your way. Now, boy, you must come and see me from time to time, and tell me of your travels. I look forward to hearing of your progress.
Yes, sir.
Let's be off, shall we? Time to head back to Ding Dong Dell and mend a broken heart.
Okay.
Dialing sims not accessible from the main menu. You obtained a locket. Yeah, it's cool. See the page describing take heart spell and give heart spell. Yep. So, we will go over what the telling stone does next time. I'm going to end this part here. But yeah, that is going to be it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next part where we go back to Ding Dong Dell to repair a broken heart. See you guys then. Hope you have a good day. The Guardian of the Woods, a divine being who has protected the dark woods since time immemorial. Though generally peaceful in our past, it becomes wild and irrational and angry, pounding the earth with fury that all around it are brought to their knees. Another world about which little is known. The world you see before you is not the only world in existence. There's at least one more, but since only wizards who have mastered the gateway spell are able to visit it, not many people have ever visited there. Some lucky individuals who have somehow managed to visit without performing magic, however, and yet even return to tell a tale. All these people talk of strange things they've seen, clothes in particular. One person brought a pair of spectacles that were pitch black. No one has yet ascertained what purpose they are supposed to serve. Others claim to witness young men applying a strange gelatinous substance to their hair, making their heads look somewhat similar to the posterior creature of the Av genus. A few apparently use the same substance to make their hair stand on end, as though they've been struck by a bolt of lightning. These styles would appear to serve no practical purpose. Though many visitors observed that Quilford enjoyed more attention from their female counterparts. Some people also reportedly see people who look exactly like themselves. About 20 years ago, the governor of Castaway Cove wrote in his travel journal that he'd seen an enormous snake in the other world, puffing clouds of smoke and running along a strange metal path. Still, more disconcerting was the fact that snakes seemed to have swallowed a belly full of people, one looked exactly like the governor. One naturally assumed his list to include that he must be ill, though he was in fact entirely healthy and is still going strong to this day. Tale of Wonder, the second tale, the squirrels and the bramble, protectors of the forest. Once upon a time, the whole world was lush and green, covered in countless forests. In the mild day of spring, children would play in the clearings, making necklaces from wild flowers. While in summer, they would shelter from the sun under their ancient trees. And in autumn, of course, they would pick and eat their juicy fruits. Indeed, forests have always been important to youngsters, being carefree places in which to play with gay abandon. But what do you know of the forest guardians? Every forest has one. They are believed to be godlike creatures that protect the woods they inhabit, as well as where all the creatures that dwell within. How did these guardians come into existence? No humans know for certain, of course, but it is believed that they somehow selected from amongst the creatures that live in the forest. Naturally, since the guardian is responsible for protecting all the forest inhabitants, the biggest, strongest creature in the forest is usually the one selected. There has, however, been one notable exception, as related in this well-known fable. Proclamation from the deities of the forest. A forest, luxuriant with leaves, was home to a giant flowing river and a spring that produced fresh water. And all the beasts lived there in amity, from tiny insects to creatures as big as 2 men. One day, the deities of the forest made a proclamation. The time has come for you to choose your guardian. For the forest did not have a guardian at the time. As soon as the message was received, a controversy prevailed among the beasts of the forest, each one claiming that he would make the best guardian. These sharp fangs will frighten away any enemy, growled the black wolf. Huge claws will shred impostors to pieces, roared the gray bear. And so it continued, with every large forest animal boasting his own case, from the stag with the great antlers to the white catfish who dwell in the spring. The forest's more inhabitants, those who had no chance of winning any test strength, could but watch the assembly of the beasts in silence. The bickering continued for several nights until one day a golden haze descended upon the forest, bringing with it an aroma so sweet that the beasts soon forgot about choosing a guardian and simply spent the day in contented days, staring at the new golden coloring trees around them. The very next day, however, crimson saplings sprouted from some of the trees and quickly grew into a large tangle of red bramble, where golden haze the beasts had so enjoyed in fact a cloud of evil disposed spores. By the time any of them noticed, however, the bramble had covered the entire forest. The bramble strangled tree after tree, causing them to wither and die. It seemed only a matter of time before the entire forest would be quite devoid of light. Thus the wise owl said, somewhere in this forest is a tree in which the spores first took root. That tree is the source of this terrible bramble. Cut off its source, entire thicket will wilt. Desperate to save their forest, the Black Wolf and Grey Bear resolved to find a tree that the wise owl had mentioned. However, the bramble had grown so thick and so dense that the great bodies simply would not pass through it. It was time for smaller forest creatures to come to the fore, the ones who abstained while the other beasts had bickered and boasted about who was strongest. And so the mild snake slid through the bramble, moving deep into the forest, in search of a tree where the spores first took root. Alas, the bramble wraps the tree completely, as the snake. We shall need to cut through it somehow, but I have neither claws nor teeth, only this forked tongue. Upon hearing the modded snake's report, the blue woodpecker leapt into action. I shall peck through the bramble in no time, he chirped with confidence. As he neared the tree with the mild snake had described, the bramble became too thick, and he was quite unable to spread his wings, let alone fly close enough to peck at the bramble, and thus went back dejected. That was when the field mice and squirrels rendered their assistance. These sturdy front teeth of our shelf gnawed through the bramble, squeaked the field mice. Bramble goes all the way to the top of the tree, observed the squirrels. Can he truly climb so high? Field mice had to concede they could not, and so were the squirrels who set off to cut through the bramble that surrounded the tree that had been the first to succumb. The squirrels soon reached the tree and sealed it with ease. In no time at all, they were nibbling at the bramble and making light work of cutting through it. No sooner had they begun to chew their way through the bramble than large parts of the thicket that covered the forest fell away and withered. So the squirrels decided to continue nibbling until the tree was completely free of the bramble. Alas, the bramble contained poisonous spores. Squirrels who swallowed them soon felt their effects and fell lifeless to the forest floor. Yet this did not deter the other brave squirrels who had resolved to rid the tree of the bramble and save the forest at any cost. Continued to chew. None of the last of the bramble was cut, and the entire tangle withered away. The last remaining squirrel fell from the tree, dashing its head upon the ground. What was the state of the forest? Black Wolf and Grey Bear were finally able to wade through the dead bramble that came across the bodies of the dead squirrels, without terrifying cries. The animal cry rang out. The squirrels' souls floated from their bodies as pure as orbs of light. Black Wolf and the Grey Bear watched in amazement. The orbs floated into a hollow in the tree, bringing it back to life. Daisy's voice had spoken. Squirrels were the forest's true guardian. Among the smallest and weakest of the beasts, their courage was greater than all the largest creatures. Size has no bearing on a creature's stature.